Welcome to Let's Talk Investing, a co-production of the Globe and Mail and the Investor Education Fund. I'm Rob Carrick, personal finance columnist at the Globe and Mail, and with me is Gord Pape. Gordon's one of Canada's foremost personal finance experts, and he's also the author of the Ultimate TFSA Guide. Gordon, let's talk about proper use of a TFSA. What should you hold in your plan? It's called a tax-free savings account, and a lot of people have used them for savings accounts. But with savings accounts, your money's in, it's out, it's in, it's out, and that can cause you tax problems with CRA. What are your thoughts? What's the best thing to hold in a TFSA?
Well, I'll tell you, Rob, it really depends on what you want to use the plan for. And the point I make in my book on this is you have to, before you even set up a plan, decide what is this plan for. Now, there's nothing wrong with having it as a savings account, say for emergency funds. You know, we always say to families, you should have a certain amount of money in reserve in case a job is lost, right, or illness or anything like that.
3 months, whatever, yeah.
Exactly. So if you want to use the plan for that purpose, you don't have an emergency fund now, that's fine. Go ahead and do that, invest in low-risk securities. If you want to use the plan, however, to maximize the tax-free savings aspect, then, of course, you don't set up a savings account. I would go to a brokerage firm, set up a self-directed plan, and use the money to invest in mutual funds, shares of corporations, anything that has a good capital gains potential.
The idea being that you won't be dipping into it constantly and putting money back in and out.
Now you're using it as more of a long-term investment vehicle, sheltering as much income as you possibly can.
All right, now it strikes me that in an era of low interest rates, I mean, the best you can do with a high interest savings account is about 2%, and more often it's about 1%. How much tax are you sheltering there?
You're not sheltering very much, but the point is that if you're using it for an emergency account, at least you're getting some return on it, and you're not being taxed anything on it. And of course, over time, it may build up, and you may then say, okay, I'm going to take some of this money and transfer it into an investment tax-free savings account and just retain so much in my savings plan.
So bottom line, if it's for savings, it's strictly for emergency savings that you don't expect.
That's correct, exactly.
Otherwise, invest.
Otherwise, invest.
Great, thanks, Gordon.
You're welcome.